So as human beings, it's very important for us to be able to be creative, to share our interests with other people, to unmask and be who we truly are, and to showcase it to the world, to showcase our interests. I've been planning this for quite a while. I've always wanted one. Never really had the opportunity, never really had the money to get one, to work on it. Never really had the self-confidence to wear it out in public, or the understanding to really decide how I wanted to go about it. But I have always wanted to make one, and now was the perfect opportunity for me. So I decided to start working on a battle vest. For those of you who don't know, battle vests are part of the punk and metalhead culture. For punks, it's mostly leather. For metalheads, it's mostly denim. I chose a black denim vest. I got off Amazon, pre-cut. It was a jacket, pre-cut, And I decided, rather than just sticking with bands, I would do bands, but also incorporate things that are important to me, things that represent my identity, quotes that I relate to, movies, different interests of mine. Now, I'm not done with it, but I wanted to go ahead and showcase it here now. This is my battle vest that I started working on. It's a combination of pins, patches, and paint. As you can see, I'm wearing OTEP t-shirt. One of my favorite bands. This was the first album I heard of theirs, Silvestra. Art saves, if you look at it in the mirror. And that really defines my life. Art has saved me so many times, whether it be with music, whether it be with drawing, painting, filming, just being creative. Art is creativity, and creativity is art, and art saves. So I wanted to represent, the band, the message that is very important to me. So I'm sporting the OTEP t-shirt. So let's get started here. We've got the Metallica and Justice for All patch on the collar. On the other side is Evanescence. I was actually one of the first in my area to come across Evanescence. I immediately fell in love with their music. Huge crush on Amy Lee. But yeah, her and Avril Lavigne. I was one of the first. I actually remember working at Dairy Queen, being on my lunch break, listening to Avril Lavigne's first mainstream album, and on my CD Walkman. And people coming by and asking what I'm listening to, looking at it and looking at the case and everything, and having to explain who she was to them and everything. I need to get me an Avril patch or something, but we've got Pink Floyd here. Got some of my pins, Neurospicy, Mental Health Awareness, Star Trek. I'm a big Trekkie. Even though it has the puzzle pieces, I do like the actual design of the Punisher skull. Autism Warrior, I just like the look of it. I like the message. Even though I am anti-autism speaks, I'm anti-autism parent, the stereotypical autism parent who speaks for their autistic child. Autistics have a voice of their own and they should be heard. And that's what this represents to me. Got the Blair Witch Project logo. I used to have the Blair Witch Project t-shirt. It was my favorite t-shirt. Lost it. I don't know what the hell happened to it. I think it got washed and thrown in with someone else's clothes or something. I don't know. But I've really loved that movie since it came out. And I really love the design of that symbol. I am a Millikan University alumni. These were some of the pins that they gave us at graduation. So I threw that on there. We got Guns N' Roses. We got We Will Rock You by Queen. We got Kiss. We got Black Label Society. We got Limp Bizkit. I know my buddy Mike is going to make fun of me about this on here, but they were one of my favorite bands for the longest time. I still love a lot of their music. First 3 mainstream albums. Haven't really listened to much of their later stuff, but it speaks to a time in my life when I was really big into Limp Bizkit. And I used to tease my buddies, Mike and Steve, about it all the time and say that Limp Bizkit was better than Metallica, even though I knew they weren't. But it was fun just to get a rise out of Steve and get him pissed off because he was a hardcore Metallica fan. Metallica or nothing, So I often did that just to get a rise out of him. But yeah, we got those. And then on this side, as I said, the Evanescence, Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie was one of the first hard rock music videos I watched. My freshman year of high school. I had seen some in passing, the hair metal and stuff, but this was one I really fell in love with, was Dragula. Was getting ready for school one morning. It came on MTV, and I stopped what I was doing, and I was just entranced by the imagery, the music, everything. And I've been a Rob Zombie fan ever since. Rob Zombie is kind of what got me into the culture, the music, everything. So, and the number 1369 kind of goes back to that. If you look at a lot of his Hellbilly Deluxe artwork and everything, he has the numbers 1369 incorporated into it. It's the most unluckiest and luckiest number in the world, depending on how you look at it. Lucky number 13, lucky number 69. So then we got the Ghostbusters pin to represent my favorite movie of all time, Ghostbusters. We got the Ramones patch here. We've got the social battery here to show where my social energy currently is at. We got Nirvana. We've got the Skeletor Live, Laugh, Love pin right there. Hang on, I need to overthink about it. Anyone with mental health issues or autism can strongly relate to that. We've got the rocker devil horn skeleton there, bones. David Bowie, really great artist. Queens of the Stone Age. I didn't put this patch on here because I like the band a lot. I really only know one of their songs. And I put that on here because that song, that music video, came about at a time in my life. It was the No One Knows song. Time in my life when my ex was pregnant with my oldest. And that song, that music video really resonated with me because I was going through that breakup at that time. And being told that I would never get a chance to see the baby or be a part of their life or anything like that. And that song just like, it helped me. So that's why I have the Queens of the Stone Age patch on there. We got Godsmack, another very important band from my high school days. If you guys have ever seen the film Pump Up the Volume, we have the quote that got spray painted on the wall, "The truth is a virus," which is something I've lived by. Pump Up the Volume is one of my all-time favorite movies. Truly underrated, cult classic. It really should have been more than what it was. It really was the voice of not just a generation, but every generation of youth. And then on the back, we've got autism acceptance. On the bottom here, we've got Stop Bullying. We've got Fields of the Nephilim. I had to paint these goth bands on because they don't have patches. Katzenjammer Cabaret. It's hard to remember what all's on there without being able to see it. Let me take it off a minute. We've got Clairvoyant there. Katzenjammer Cabaret, which really great band. My wife introduced me to. Mephisto Walls, another really good band I came across. And yeah, there's still room for more. I'm waiting for a few patches to put on there. I'm going to get some movie patches as well, and I'm going to paint some more quotes on there. But it's very important for us to be able to express ourselves, to be able to share our interests with the world, with others who may have similar interests. It's important for us to put what we represent, what we stand for, on our sleeves. Like Mr. Terrific, Fair Play, we have to show people who we are. We have to walk the talk. And that's what these battle vests represent to me, mostly, is walking the talk, wearing my heart on my sleeve, and showing people what I represent, what is most important to me. So show me your battle vests. If you don't have one, show me how you show other people what you stand for and what's important to you. Take care.